Okay, we're going to make up half a kilo of the waffle mix, and we're going to go with the mixes that are on the bag first. So let's put the on there, reset that. Okay, so it's 500 grams of mix. Roughly, doesn't have to be absolutely spot on. And then the instructions on the bag say 360 grams of water or milliliters. And 40 grams or milliliters of oil. And literally hand mix it. The instructions on the mix bag are actually measured for stick waffles, and stick waffles are generally fairly thick compared to how you'd have like a Belgian waffle. So what I want to do is, let me finish this. So that's a little bit thick, that's like a cake mix. So what you want to do is think about the type of waffle you're serving in your dessert parlour or wherever you're serving them, and add a bit of water and a bit of oil to thin it down slightly. And what you have to do is, you know, go with your own taste, do a bit of taste testing and see what you prefer for your actual machine. So that's adding about another 60 milliliters of water. Add a little bit of oil, another 10 milliliters of oil. And you can see there, that's a lot more of a pourable mix, and to be honest, I prefer to use a mix that is a lot more pourable, especially if you're making round Belgian waffles, which, you know, I know a lot of the dessert parlours will go with that style, and that's the style that we're going to show here. So I think that texture is about right to make a perfect waffle, a perfect Belgian waffle. Okay, so we transferred the mix into a pouring jug, and we've got our waffle iron. Now, the key thing to remember about any waffle iron is the plates need to be above 170. The reason for that is if it's below 170, when the mix hits the plates, it doesn't seal and it sticks, and then you get that ballooning where the waffles stick in the plates. Don't look very good for the customers, so make sure it's above 170. We've got this set at 175. The temperature goes up and down slightly, but you know, 175 is a good place to start. Probably maximum about 190, I would think. So we're going to pour on the mix. The timer's set as well for 3 minutes 30, which is probably the best time for a round Belgian waffle. So let's set that off. Let's see how we come out at the end. Okay, fast forward 3 minutes 10 seconds. We've got 20 seconds left on the waffle. As I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but again, like if you use a thinner waffle, it probably take about 2 minutes 40 to 3 minutes maximum. But for a Belgian waffle, 3 minutes 30 should be fine. Let's have a look and see the results. You can see here that the top opened without any sticking at all. It's a nice golden colour. Comes out of the plates nicely, get a nice look there. It's probably best to have, like, or not probably, definitely have a warming rack so that it doesn't get condensation and cause wetness on the waffle. But that, give or take a little bit of extra mix, you'll be fine for a customer. Okay, so just to finish off, this has been resting now for about a minute and a half. It's given it time to fully form inside and cook. And the texture inside should be quite light and fluffy with a crispy outer.